Peace fam, Mr. Pressure Cooker, and I'm back with another video. Child, I really, typically this is the type of video I would have notes for. I'm going to wing it because I may come back and do a whole live on it at some point because I think this topic is so interesting and so important. So I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but have you noticed that there's been a huge increase in diaspora war related content, whether it's people doing stuff on that or people, mostly what I'm seeing is people trying to bait people into these discussions, arguments rather. And here's my problem with the diaspora war content. Oftentimes it is inflammatory. It's not it's not really calling for a healthy conversation in order to address differences or to address concerns or to address grievances. It's often brought up in an inflammatory and disrespectful way. And so immediately for me, I just tune it out. Like, there's definitely things that I validate where I can, but it always devolves to me. It always devolves, and it really pisses me off. One place that I see this a lot is LSA. It's actually made me want to read LSA less and less. I've blocked several threads and just even like a forum because it's turning into like this. It's almost like a cult of just like trying to engage in these diaspora wars. Now, I'm gonna try my best to break things down and be fair. First of all, let me say this, okay? Y'all know, a lot of y'all know I lived in the States for a big chunk of my life, and now I'm in Canada. Shout out to the Black Americans because, yes, they have endured a lot. And I'm not just talking about from a white supremacy standpoint, excuse me. I'm also speaking about what they've had to deal with in terms of other people of color within the country and also immigrants coming in at times. Now, my problem with the discussion is that often people get lumped in and there's huge generalizations and also there's a lot of disrespect when the discussions begin. What do I mean by that? You know, you have people engaging in xenophobic rhetoric. You have people making fun of other people's culture in order to make their point. The FBA and ADOS community are screaming delineation, which I totally support. But why does delineate equals disrespect? It's very few people I see who talk about it in an intelligent way. That's like, this is my right to delineate, which I agree with, without having to hate on other Black people from the diaspora. And that's what I think is the weakness of the FBA and ADOS movement. It focuses on attacking other Black people. Like, my heritage as a Jamaican does not have anything to do with hating on anybody else. Like, it's like, that's not even a part of it. Like, there's so much things about my food, my culture, my music, my people that is diverse, that is lush. And I don't ever need to say anything to anybody about their culture negatively. That does not define me. And so I think it's weird when you have a group of people or groups of people screaming to the rooftops, we gotta delineate, they're not like us. And then you're talking about being disrespected by the other group, yet you're starting your talking points with disrespect for an entire continent and diaspora of people. Like, it's really crazy to me. It's really crazy because you're negating your own argument when you do that. And if this does not apply to you, I'm not talking to you, okay? I'm not talking to you at all. I'm talking specifically to the people. And a lot of these people are internet gangsters because I've never met anybody in a real flesh and blood life that's like, I'm an ADOS, I'm an FBA. I have tons of African American friends, okay? One of them is my best friend. So, I've even had these discussions with my close Black American friends, and to them, a lot of these things are foreign. They're like, what? And it's very weird to me. So I feel like it's an internet cult. That's number one. Number two, who is pushing for this? One of them is Tariq Nasheed. He's like the FBA crew. The ADOS crew, I want to say it's Yvette Kerr. I forget her name, but I don't know her history and background as much. She sounds a little bit more solid, and it sounds like she's done more research. And to me, one of the things I support, I know that the ADOS movement is pushing for reparations within the United States. And there's so much bickering about this. And there's so many people assuming that Caribbean and Africans, they just want our money. I don't want your money. My ancestors were also victims of chattel slavery. Like, y'all not the only ones that went through chattel slavery. It's so crazy. It's like Oppression Olympics. It's so crazy. But I've said this before in many videos, that as a born Jamaican, okay, my reparations need to come from the British Crown. Ain't nobody trying to get your money. Calm the fuck down. Again, if this does not apply to you, if you don't have these type of thoughts, I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking about the internet cult it's just a toxic negativity sweeping through comment sections. You can't even go to a video about black people without other people talking about, and the immigrants. Shut the fuck up. Like, I'm so sick of it. There's a place for me to have compassion for people, but you're not going to disrespect me. Just like you shouldn't be disrespected. For the people who've been disrespected by immigrants, I feel you. You need to speak out about that. But if you're going to use every single topic and you're going to try to usurp every single topic just so you can trash people, I don't want to hear what you got to say. Tuned out, deleted, block. I don't want to hear it because that's ridiculous. And if you're going to base your movement and your delineation on hating on other people in the diaspora, you're dumb. I said it because it doesn't make any sense to me. How is that? Who's supposed to take you seriously when you're starting off by calling people names and talking about Plato's Eater and go back to your country? It's giving white supremacy, boo. It's giving xenophobia, boo. Like, I can't take you seriously because to me, we're supposed to be fighting together. You can delineate and you can still have solidarity. Just because you delineate doesn't mean there can't or shouldn't be black solidarity. And unfortunately, what I've come across a lot with these groups is they're not looking for any type of solidarity. Those are people I'm not interested in engaging with. That's a waste of my fucking time. Okay? Like, I have to deal with MAGA and white supremacy and all this other stuff. I'm not fighting with you. I don't have time. This is why I said when I go to LSA, blockity, block, block, block. Ignore. Like, I just don't have time. I don't have the emotional energy to be fighting with other people who are supposed to be my brothers and sisters. And they're literally trying to bait you into stuff. And then want to call people tethers and names. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, when I was growing up, I had black Americans say crazy shit to me. Calling me African booty scratcher. I had this one boy say to me, and I actually ended up in a fight with him and kicked him in the junk because he called me a dirty Jamaican. Okay, first of all, ain't nothing about me dirty. Second of all, don't you ever in your life put Jamaican in some other trash talk because you're gonna get your ass beat. Okay, and that's a promise. So I say all this to say, and I'm gonna come back with a live. I'm sick of the baiting. I'm sick of. I've even heard rumors that, like, Steve Bannon and his red alcoholic, press self has been putting a lot of stuff out there trying to encourage us. There's been, like, an uptake in these two groups, and it doesn't feel positive. It doesn't feel positive to me. I was rocking with it when they were rooting for delineation and being respected and seeking out reparations for just them. I was rocking with all that. I'm not rocking with you being xenophobic, you having white supremacist rhetoric, you being disrespectful, you trying to lump everybody else in. Nah, bro. Anyway, this is where I'm going to stop. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And let me tell you something. I'm not talking about the people that know me on here, okay? But anybody that comes across this video and you want to get it popping, you better be respectful because your comment will be deleted, okay? I don't feed the trolls. This is an intellectual space, all right? So if you can come here and you're going to say all kinds of crazy-ish, listen, you're not going to be featured, okay? You've been warned.